Hi, a wild house appeared, and I remember what I was talking about. I was talking about the Power Rangers Zeo going into the basement of the, command center, and it's very much like downgrading from a loft to a janitor's closet, effectively, to a locker room, to take your breaks in and not be the professional robot that you are supposed to be. How does anybody, and I was one of them. I was one of these big capitalist, pro-capitalist bastards we all were. Every American was at some point. It's baked in, That's what I don't understand, are these people who are so uneager to develop their ideals that they actually try to conflict them. Oh, by the way, there are going to be numerous cuts, as I state every now and again. I'm just literally doing my turn to, heal up. The reason why I kept this in is because I saw the lady in TV station right there, just queuing up to give me a good old interview. God, I hope I have the audio set on the right video. I always get paranoid about these kinds of things when I'm editing. It's like, oh god, does this audio belong here? Because, I don't edit my videos out too much. I don't cut out a whole lot because I am embarrassed by myself, and every single time I stutter, I feel like I am dead on the inside, and the silence intimidates me, man. My lack of charisma intimidates me. I have just the lowest fucking self-esteem. Anyway, back to Power Rangers. It's like the show was always implied, to lean in on the conservative, to the extent where it's the show was like, yo, we love Israel, and also, we're cheering on, yay the cops, even though none of the cops can do anything, actually good. And I want to say that's a part of the joke. I'm not sure, though, because, the Power Rangers cheer, that's what I love about Power Rangers, is that it lives in this goofy, backwards world, where it's 9/11 happens every day, but, those days are in buildings where nobody's around for fucking miles, and, wow, Angel Grove specifically, how has there not been a Skyrim, a Pacific Rim style, government look into fucking the Power Rangers? It lives in this cartoony fucking world where people are properly governed. Yeah, they're properly governed. I remember they were mentioning presidents and... Was there president? Yeah, no, because they are established on the world Earth. They talk about the U.S. They talk about nations they were part of the UN. They're definitely a part of the traditional, fucking government system. So it's there's this bonkers world where where the government just takes a pass to giant monster 9/11s that happen every other day, right? And they also pay absolute unattention, no attention. They pay even less attention to the fucking force that defeats the monsters and cleans up the mess. They won't. The government should at least take credit for it. The government is clearly not cooperating with the Power Rangers. They don't discuss it. They do in the Sentai. In the Sentai, it's a government thing. And, I think that's suiting to their culture, Japan, lick the boot. Japan is a fucking weird place, because it screams worker solidarity, but there's just... But it's like, it's also, like, super fascistic, and, like, the only reason why that apparently is first of all, because of Shinto Buddhism and, you know, the general concept of, you know, the emperor being God, and, you know, so, you know, they've got literal God, some people have God blood and other people don't have the God blood, so, you know, the God blood people can do good things, and the non-God people can just chill out, it's a weird sort of caste system they've got in Japan, where it's like everybody's self-made, but then I guess it's like here, where, you know, there are quote-unquote self-made individuals. By the way, there's no such thing as being self-made. Okay. So, the idea of the free market is a nebulous thing. In essence, it is something that we all share. Anybody who participates in it gets a share of this economy. Now, this hypothetical economy, it is just this abstract idea paramount to God, just hypotheticals. Just expecting something to work because it just does. And the thing is that experiences routine crashes, man. These routine crashes, first of all, who wants to say, yeah, I'm fine with these crashes, whatever. Like, who are these people? Why do they say these things? How hard are they fucking programmed to where they will lie just because they want to seem cool? Who lie to their own detriment? Just to what? To what extent? Because I just think it's pure fucking spook, man. Like fucking the egoists say. Like, I'm such a hardline fucking egoist. But it's weird because I don't consider myself an anarchist or even an anarcho-communist. I'm close. Like I like the idea of a government on the fringe, you know, but I'm also, this is gonna come off as controversial. I like to think that Marxism has its ideals. I mean, the MLs are right when they say that Marxism has its basis in science, because it is science. Like, Marx was explaining the issues of philosophy and the limitations of it into an economic resource. And that was one of the tricks, Marx argued, that kept him, you know, downplayed in his time, was, you know, being referred to as a philosopher, you know, Zizek style fucking guy from Germany. And once again, like, without the internet, so it's like, where would, like, Zizek would be a blip on the map was it not for the internet. And, you know, like Chomsky would be considered the most, you know, farthest left in the world at this rate. Like, you know, I've been meaning to dig into socialism ever since I heard about it, and ever since I actually got a conceptual, you know, idea of what is. I think it's something that we should all strive for. But in any case, I'm gonna take a drink here. I apologize. Was, you know, socialism, but fucking. So I was talking about my journey into fucking becoming a socialist. Like, when I got into socialism, I said, everybody was like, "Oh man, when you're a socialist, you know, you'll, you know, it's." it's so weird because there's an inconsistency with the capitalist ideal of Marxism, where it's like everybody works and everybody's poor, but I don't understand. Everybody works, but everybody's lazy, and it's the whole the whole Mexican prejudice thing kicking in, the Hispanic prejudice thing kicking in, where the Mexicans are taking all of the hard jobs, all of the jobs, but they're also lazy. I don't know. It's this nonsense idea, but oh god, I wish I could keep on track, but I can't. I can't talk without stuttering, and this stuff helps slow me down, helps me collect my thoughts and express them in a way that I feel apt to do so. Man, that was a pretentious sentence. I'm glad I did it in that voice, because then it doesn't seem like it was a deliberate attempt to sound deep, because it totally was. It's almost as if everybody in the world is a hack, and that includes me. But who isn't faking anything at work? That's the trick. That's another trick that I want to talk about, is just these people who say, oh, we're all going to be miserable because we're all working. And then there's like, okay, but we're all working anyway. And then it's like, well, yeah, but, this time, we can have big houses. And it's like, okay, can you get a big house? A bigger house? Not at this time. Like, maybe I could try getting a loan, but that'd be a big risk to me. Oh, so what you're saying is you can't get that house. And once again, I'm propping up a straw man. I would like for a discussion with a genuine, rational capitalist to try to point out the flaws in that logic there. But to me, it sounds like if you don't have the money or the credit to get a big house, you don't have a right to get that big house. So what have you to lose, because you're already working, and you've got the house. What are you gonna do? They're gonna take me and put me in a small house. Oh, why would they want to do that? Because because we all can't be the same. I don't think that having a big house, first of all, that big house idea, like, there isn't going to be a personal property distribution. I think that's where the nuances kick in, is where they are deliberately lying about house foreclosure. Because the ideal is because once again, we have all of this we have more houses than we have homeless people. Why the fuck would your only home be the first thing that we're going to just chop off and hand over to somebody else? It's this sort of, it's all propaganda war, man. Life, civilization is just a big fucking propaganda war. I swear to God, I would be egoist if I didn't believe that the state is insurpassable until I heard the Maoist, there was this quote-unquote Maoist, and I haven't read anything about Mao, I haven't read anything from Mao, I don't know how Maoism works. I'm just telling you what I read from the internet, so it could be something else entirely, but from what I understand, the Maoist interpretation was, we will hand over all the means to the government, and the government will sustain capitalism in favor of the state. And then when that state has dominated the world, it will subsequently dissolve itself. And it's like, that is too long of a game. That is too hard of a pitch. And I argue that if that's thought, maybe that's the dingest, the dingest. All you dinguses. Maybe that's the dangest, like, interpretation of it. But that's too long of a game to play. Like, even Deng fucking opened up the fucking country. So if that's how Maoism was built, I'd say that it broke before, Gen 2 could pass it on. Like, man, Deng fucking sucked ass. I mean, I think he's dead. I'm pretty sure he's dead. Like, recently, too, maybe. Then Jinping, is that it? No, he's not Jinping. Maybe he was like the 4th generation. I'm looking it up right now. Deng Xiaoping. Okay. Fucking... Oh, he retired on my birthday. God, this is my contribution to... Okay, no, he didn't retire on my birthday. Or did he? No, hold on, wait. Come on, where is it? Come on. He died in 1997. Fuck. Where was it? When did he retire? Resignation, okay. Political scene, he regarded economic reforms, he's just this big asshole. He refused to retire at an old age. Yeah, that was the problem. Because he fucking sucks. See, reassert his in the spring. Spring. That's in. I'm born in spring. I was born in the springtime. In the springtime with the birds and bees. I was going forward like such a pretty face. I don't know why I started singing that and went in. That was a hard left turn at Albuquerque, man. Let's see. The Golden Triangle, Bill Joe, I'm gonna say, with the episode reaching its end, man, you gotta close up what you're trying to say. In short, I don't get what egoism is, unless it is follow-up to the Maoist form of thought. But if that's the case, once again, that's the claim that a Maoist told me online, a self-proclaimed Maoist, told me online that's the long game plan. And to me, as a Marxist, I'm too cynical to believe that. I think that as soon as anybody gets the means, then they are bourgeoisie. When, it isn't organized to solely benefit the workers. When there are palaces and, lots of, and, like landlords and private property. There's still private property. If there's still private property, man, I'm sorry. It ain't no Marxism, man. And I don't understand. That ain't no Maoism, man. Boom hour. Stay wild.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows my sorrow.